Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Natasha Iyer, and recently I've been getting a lot of young women and men presenting with symptoms of hormone imbalance, and they're aware of it. So they come in and they say, I'm having hormone issues and I'd like to get my hormones checked. Now, historically, I've always seen men and women in their 40s and 50s for hormone imbalance. So why is it that people in their 20s and early 30s are presenting with hormone imbalance? It's a few things. We live in a world that is very stressed out. We don't sleep enough. We're surrounded by toxins. We eat food that is very nutrient depleted. So if you think about it, all of these are necessary for hormone balance. If I say toxins are necessary, no, they're necessary for hormone imbalance, right? So let's take toxins as the most important highlight for today's video. Toxins are everywhere. I always say to patients, you're bathing in a sea of toxins. From the tip of your hair down to your toenails, you're putting toxins on your skin, right? They're in your hair care, your body care, your shampoos, your soaps, your lotions. If you're a woman, you have different lotions and creams for every single part of you. I mean, hair cream, eyelash, mascara, eye makeup, cheek makeup, every single thing. And then you've got something for your cellulite, and then you've got something to tighten and firm your skin, and then you have, whatever. Let's take your house. Everything in your house can be toxic. So you have tub and tile cleaner, you have countertop cleaner, you have laundry detergent, you have dish detergent, you have toilet bowl cleaner, you have something to shine your furniture with and something to clean your floors with. All of these are toxic man-made chemicals, and they're toxic to your hormones and your body, which I will teach you about soon. Now further, if you look into your kitchen, you store things in plastic, you wrap things in plastic, your food comes wrapped in plastic. A lot of your stuff is stored in your ketchup and your mustard and mayonnaise and whatever. Plastic is a source of bisphenol A. And when we discovered that BPA was dangerous, it was in baby bottles, and then there was a recall on baby bottles some years ago because they found it to be toxic. We now have bisphenol all the way up to S. So because people know that bisphenol A is dangerous, don't think that bisphenol B, C, D, and S are all less dangerous to you. So you want to avoid plastics. All of these chemicals that I'm talking about, and I haven't even gotten into your habits and your hobbies and other places that you could get toxins from, like home renovations and things like that, all of these toxins block hormone receptors. And many of them are called endocrine disrupting chemicals. Now, I want you to know that this is not gobbledygook. A lot of doctors used to poo-poo this idea of toxins over the last many decades. I know when I started doing this, 18 years ago, I'd put patients on a detox with medical food, not like something that's like Drano to keep you on the toilet all the time, and certainly not this wild rose cleanse and cayenne pepper and lemon juice drops. No, I'm talking about medical food to support your liver and help you process out toxins. In particular, right now, I talk a lot about the Metabolic Optimizer and how that helps keep your body lower in its toxic burden. So back to endocrine disrupting chemicals. It was always poo-pooed, toxins were poo-pooed in the medical world, and yet if you look in the medical literature, there are articles talking about how endocrine disrupting chemicals and volatile organic compounds and all of these toxins accelerate heart disease. And now they're talking about it being immune system suppressants, which we have said for the longest time. And this is why I'm such a fan of the Metabolic Optimizer, because it works so well to keep your body burden of toxins low. So back to endocrine disrupting chemicals. What else? So if you like home renovating and redecorating, there's many chemicals in everything that you use to glue the floor, paint the walls, refinish cabinetry. all of these things are very toxic to your body. Now, toxic not in the state, in the terms of, oh, well, you breathe it in and you will die, but toxic in that as they accumulate levels in your body, you're going to have more and more symptoms. One of the most common symptoms is hormone imbalance and fatigue. So where else can you find toxins? Habits and hobbies. I've got a friend whose husband has taken up leather working, and it's beautiful. But you know, the stuff that you use to refinish and resurface the leather, the paints, there's chemicals everywhere. Everywhere. I have patients who dirt bike, and they're washing their, I don't know what's in gasoline and different types of solvents and all of that. And so these molecules don't help you be healthy. For some people, you're able to move out these chemicals because your genetics are optimized. For 47% or more of the population, we have poor detoxigenomics. It means that the genes that control your liver enzyme pathways that help you get rid of toxins don't work efficiently or don't work at all, depending on what your genes are. And what this does is it allows these toxins to collect and reaccumulate in your body if you can't eliminate them. When you can't do that, over time, your body burden just increases and increases till you get to a point where it doesn't work anymore. You can't cope anymore. Your enzyme pathways are so backed up. It's like a big traffic jam and nothing can get through. And that's when you really, really feel unwell. And the problem with this is that most of the time your tests will show up normal. You'll show up at the doctor's office, you'll say, I think I have, progesterone problems, my thyroid's not working, I've got trouble with my weight, I'm just gaining weight and I can't lose it, I'm tired, I'm not sleeping, I've got these itchy eyes, runny nose, I've got headaches and muscle pains, or whatever the case may be. And what you get is a medicine thrown at you to treat the symptom instead of looking deeper and saying, what's the root cause of this problem? And mood disorders, anxiety, insomnia, you don't have a deficiency of Imavane or Prozac or whatever the Ativan. You have issues with how your body is working. These toxic molecules get in the way of how you produce brain chemistry, how you use and make hormones. So lowering your toxic burden by decreasing your exposure is the first step. But the second step is to constantly be facilitating the optimal functioning of your enzyme pathways in your liver so that you can keep moving out toxins. So back to younger people. See, when we were younger, 50 years ago, food quality was quite a bit better than it is now. We did not have so many toxins and chemicals that were sprayed on the food. Food has herbicides, pesticides, colorants. It has all sorts of additives and chemicals in your food. And so our children are not only living in a more toxic world, our children are now living and eating food that has more toxins and chemicals and preservatives. And that's why people who are younger and younger are presenting with hormone imbalance. Hormone receptors are like a lock. Your hormones are the key, and they unlock the lock and tell it what to do. So when they're blocked with toxins, they don't work. So when you're young, start looking at lowering your toxic burden. If you have children and grandchildren, decrease their toxic exposure. And let's make sure that we take something daily to support our liver and our enzyme pathways that help us remove toxins. Because lowering toxins is one of the most important steps to proper hormone balance. I'm Dr. Natasha Iyer, and I'm dedicated to helping you live younger.